now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and uncover for the playing of our national anthem and remain standing for the Highland High School alma mater.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting evening of Hornet football. On behalf of Superintendent Sam Jochen and Principal Kerry Knapp and the entire Highland staff, I'd like to welcome you to North Gateway Fire Field, home of your Highland Hornets. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is greatly appreciated by both schools competing today. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to exhibit the qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and the administration of both schools requests the same of all fans. The officials assigned to this game have been assigned by the Ohio High Athletic Association and has been assigned upon a process approved by OSHA's Board of Directors. Tonight's officials include Scott Scribbins, Kevin Selecki, Joseph Shaw, Fred Ravelli, Tim Ward, and Andrew Watt. Some time before the teams come out, let's get you introduced to your Highland starting offense tonight. That includes number 6, Nick Dubkowski. Number 5, Evan Faust. Number 7, Jake Weber. Number 25, Casey Mike. Number 16, Grady Hill. Number 40, Jonah Hauser is the kicker tonight. 62 is Thomas Byrne on the offensive line, along with Spencer Marcus, number 58. 61 is Josh Messina. Number 65 is Cody Benro. And number 66, Caden Mendenhall. And number 77 is Wyatt Smith. Tonight's punter is number 13, Brandon Kuzma. Gibbons and assisted by Chris Meyer, Mike Netley, Kenny Fritz, Jordan Gribble, Kristen Endo, Nate Tyson, Dominic Lombardi, Cameron Niehaus, Nate Howard, Chris Woolley, Jake Griffin, Ryan Harper, and Jake Malvasa. All the crew working here in the booth. We welcome all the radio and TV show. I'd like to thank everybody, including our sponsor, Jeff Booth. This is your voice of Hornet football. Joe Guthrie wishing everyone an enjoyable week. Go Hornets!
Here we go, November 14th, regional semi playoff game, Ohio High School. I don't know that it gets a ton better than this. North Gateway Tire Field, 48 degrees, perfect weather. Sitting next to my friend, my colleague, the voice of Highland, the ball coach, Jay Grissom.
How we doing tonight?
I don't think we could get a lot better, but
no.
We've been looking forward to this game and this week for a long time.
Yeah, you get into these regional semi situations. You've got an 11-0 team facing a 10-1 team, right? I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. You know,
no.
These are the games that you look forward to being at, and certainly these guys look forward to playing in. So it's going to be an exciting night.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we have been looking forward to this night, and when you talk about a regional semifinal, we don't want to take that for granted. It does not happen to every school and every team every year. And the Hornets are getting ready to take the field, but you have the North Ridgeville Rangers coming in at 10-1 in their first regional semifinal appearance as the Hornets take the field, led by Coach Mike Gibbons. The American flag leading them out with Coach Mike Gibbons on Veterans Day week here. Slice of Americana here in Granger Township. But Jay, you do have the North Ridgeville Rangers in town from Lorain County, the Southwestern Conference. You probably know that conference pretty well. I know that they've played some close games this year. They do have the 10-1 record, but they have 4 games that were extremely close games,
right. And
then the one loss was to Avon.
Yeah, and that was early in the year. That was September 12th. They took a 55-7 loss to Avon, but you know, to your point, like they've played a lot of close games here of late. You know, had a big win, 42-7 last week at their place against Anthony Wayne, but a 2-point win over Olmsted Falls. You know, a 7-point win against Berea Mid Park. So they've had a few tight ones through the season, but at the end of the day, they're finding ways to win games, and there's a lot to be said for that.
Well, they're the number 15 ranked team in Division II in Ohio. The last 5 years, Coach Brian Morgan has been on an upward trajectory with this team from 3 wins 5 years ago to 8 wins, 9 wins, and 10 wins, respectively, the last 3 years. This team is led with a pretty high-powered offense by quarterback Cole Miller, 6'5", 225-pound senior, runs and passes.
Yeah, he's an impressive player, and I know, being at practice this week, there was an emphasis all week about number 10 and what he brings to the table to their offense, and we're going to talk about it in the keys to the game in a little bit. But at the end of the day, like he's a tough guy to handle because he's big, he can run it, he can throw it. He's passed for around 1,500, run for more than 1,000.
Yeah.
So he's that dual threat guy, and he is comfortable playing when the play breaks down. He likes to move around. He likes to step up in the pocket. He likes to step out of the pocket and create more time. So, a lot is going to be asked of the secondary if this defensive line is not staying in their lanes and keeping him a little bit more contained than what we saw on film.
Yeah, that, he's one of 32 seniors, and they run this wide open spread offense that we really haven't seen the likes of this year. They'll bring him back in the backfield at times, but this kid is going to sling it around. He's going to come out of the pocket, and whenever Andrew shows the keys to the game, which we could look at this. He's right on cue. And Coach, the couple things that we had talked about was Cole Miller is the key. It begins and ends with him.
Yeah, offense runs through Cole Miller. And I know, they have a very good back that had a great career that went down with injury named Zach Barnhart, which has made this team maybe a little bit more one-dimensional, but Cole Miller has stepped up and made that one dimension a really good dimension and been able to keep winning ball games.
And the other thing this team does well is they hawk the ball. They have a bunch of turnovers that they create.
Yeah, they've got 12 team interceptions. Carter Clark has 3 of them, and Brian Strippy is actually a strong safety, but he has 7 interceptions on the season. So they have a tendency to force turnovers.
So Highland, as we get into this kickoff, Highland won the coin toss and elected to receive the ball.
Yeah, interesting, and I guess we might as well get into this right now. One of the things that we saw on film, you and I were talking about it before, this team likes to onside kick, and they will do it in any spot at any point of the game. So we've got a couple of our better hands players right up on that front line because they're either onside kicking or typically it's some sort of a hard squib down the middle. As that is off of one of the Highland players, but it is covered up well by the Hornets. So we're gonna see that every time they kick tonight, and they've earned a lot of extra possessions by making it playing that way on these kickoffs.
You know what that tells me? In their first regional semifinal appearance, they're coming out aggressively and they're not messing around. When you have a ball like that coming so hard from 10 yards out, I mean it's a good strategy. They do it well.
Yes.
But as a result of that, Highland has good field position now at the 35-yard line.
So Gibb and Miser in the backfield. It's going to be a give to Miser on an inside zone. He spins off of the first tackle. He's going to pick up 5.5 yards on first down.
That's brought down by senior Carter Clark, number 2, coming up from his safety position. He must have been blitzing or something because he was behind the line of scrimmage there.
They do a little bit of that. They run a very similar defense to Highland, this 4-2 box. This time Girding's in motion. He's going to get it on a jet sweep, breaks the tackle, and he's driven backwards. I think he got enough to move the chains for a Hornet first down. Nice tackle there by Carter Clark again, I believe.
Well, we were talking in pregame about this defensive line that North Ridgeville has, and there's some playmakers there when you look at 90 and 54 and 99. But Highland had a couple good runs to start the game.
So we are pumping the play clock back up. No, you're absolutely right. I was very impressed with Christian Ensley, number 54, in the middle of this defensive line. He's lined up right over the center. It looks like we are having some play clock issues.
But as most games, it'll largely be decided in the trenches, and the Highland offensive line is ready for that challenge, led by Josh Messina.
Yeah, Josh Messina's had a great career here, and
good article in the Gazette I read about him.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. First down. Girding in motion again. This time Gibbs going to keep it. Hornets have it blocked well. Nice pickup. He's brought down by Ryan Anderson. Anderson, the weak side linebacker for this Ranger defense.
Good decision by Grady Gibb. You told us last week that 90+% of those are decided by Grady on the fly there, and that was a good decision.
Yeah, nice pickup, well blocked. Hornets quickly into Ranger territory at the 41-yard line. 2 tight ends in the game, Faust and Miller. Gonna give it to Miser, outside zone. He's got a nice little seam, makes a nice cut. He's all the way down to about the 25-yard line.
Casey Miser, senior, has done it all for this team. I don't know how many yards he has, but he broke the county record last week for career yards, and I think he has 90 touchdowns, something like that.
Yeah.
But that's a good way to start this game with 4 straight rushes.
He's got 1,057 yards coming into the season tonight. The time they fake it to Faust, looking for Miser on that little wheel route. He's got a catch on the sideline. Good ball there by Grady Gibb. That's a play we saw a little bit more often last year, where they actually faked that.
Yeah.
They faked it to Faust, and they run Casey out there faking like he's blocking on the edge and just works up the sideline.
And it works well when you've had 4 straight rushes that gain 50 yards, and then you pull that play out.
Sticking with 2 tight ends in the game. This time they're going to give it to Miser on a counter. Nice cut. He's cut down there by number 5, Brian Strippy, but not before he picks up 3 yards. A couple different formations that we haven't seen a lot. Mixing it up. They're keeping 2 tight ends in the game here to start with, as Nick Dobkowski, the lone receiver, obviously singled up outside. Skirting in motion again. Gibbs going to keep it again. He's got a seam, and he is in. Really nice drive, really well done, and exactly what this Hornet offense wanted to do with the first possession.
It sure was. They mixed it up a little bit, mostly kept it on the ground. Had a couple different ball carriers. Good decision by Grady Gibb. And that was wide open there. There was some blocking being done on that play. Jonah Kauza for the extra point.
So Miller's snap, Gibbs hold, and Kauza's kick is up and good, and it's quickly 7-0 here at the tire.
You know what? It sure looked like those boys were ready for that drive and this game. We knew they would be, but it's another thing to come out and execute, and they did that. Exactly how they drew it up.
Absolutely, and that's why Coach Gibbons elected to receive after the Hornets won that toss.
Good point.
He wanted to make a statement early in this game, so that was nice job by that Hornet offense.
That sure was. So they did exactly what they wanted, and now the defense is going to come out, Jay, and they're going to be faced against a high-powered offense. This team, the Rangers, put up points.
Yes.
And they can put them up quick.
Yes.
Jonah Kauza, one of the best kickers in the state.
It's kick deep. That's Carter Clark. Going to let that one get into the end zone for a touchback.
Now is a great time to thank Amanda Fall and her State Farm agency, the premier sponsor of the live stream football games again this year, all year last year. We can't shout you out enough to give the opportunity to people that tell us all the time that they watch this game from around the state, around the country, from their houses. And Amanda and her team gives us the opportunity to do that. So thank you, Amanda.
So Cole Miller looking for a quick out on the sideline, and that ball is dropped. That's number 18.
Yeah, that's
Eric Langauer.
And he is their number one receiver, 6'3" with speed. They have a few wideouts that are very good ball players, and they're going quick here, and they're going in the spread as anticipated with 5 wideouts.
Bring a jet motion. You're going to fake it. Miller's going to keep it. Nice job by the Hornets getting over there. He might have picked up a yard.
Is that nipped up Kaus? No. I couldn't see Metzger.
That was Metzger, correct.
Well, that's big boy meeting big boy there.
Yeah, right.
You know, Metzger, we've talked all year, is not your typical corner. He goes about 6'2", 2-something.
So we've got a 3rd and 9. They're going to have 4 receivers to the offense left. I'm sorry, 3 receivers to the offense left. Miller with a deep drop, trying to step up in the pocket, nowhere to go. Hornets drag him down from behind. That's Dan Miller.
What a year that young man has had.
Well, that was exactly what you have to do against Cole Miller. Is that pocket just kind of collapsed and just squeezed. He tried to step up. There was nowhere to go. He tried to press it out to his left, and there was nowhere to go.
We talked about it all week. If you cannot give this offense time, and he did not have time there.
High punt. That's fair caught by Lucas Girding at the 44-yard line.
Well, offense did their job. Defense did their job. And now Highland is in very good shape at the 44-yard line, their own 44. You know, when we just mentioned the keys to the game, and Cole is still the key, you know, and you can't give him time. He's a big guy, athletic, he's strong, he's got an arm, and our defensive line has got to put pressure on him, just like they did.
And offensively, we've got to protect the ball tonight. Just don't give them any free possessions. That time it's given to Miser. That's well blocked. That's going to be a pickup of about 9 yards. See Wyatt Sitz leading the way on that one from his guard position. Nice job getting to a second level. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and less than 1. It's a fun down for a play caller here.
It sure is. Wide open.
Gibb going to swing it out on a wide receiver screen.
It's Jake Weber. Jake's had a good year too.
Yeah, he has. He's
one of the weapons that sometimes when I'm rattling off the weapons we have, I won't get to Jake, but I should, because he's a central piece of this offense.
Well, it's interesting because he's only got 13 receptions. That was his 13th reception, but he's got 5 touchdowns. You know, he's a big play waiting to happen. That time Gibbs going to keep. He's got a lead blocker out in front. It's a nice job by Nick Dobkowski on a block downfield. Good read by Grady Gibb. Josh Messina out there leading the way on that as well.
Well, this offensive line came out fired up. It is evident.
Yes. So Miser behind Gibb. This time Miser's going to get it on an inside zone. Nice push up front. Going to pick up about 6 on that. I mean, first down has been money down for these Hornets. Well, a lot of big gains.
There hasn't been a play less than 5 yards yet, and that's a testament to what we're doing up front here.
Hornets back to the line quickly. That's a out route. That's Lucas Girding. He breaks the tackle. He's in. That's just a speed out, and just Grady Gibb does a great job getting the ball in and out of his hand.
When you're running that zone defense, it's a tough man or zone. It's tough to keep up with that with Girding coming in motion like that,
right,
and going straight into that little out. Perfectly thrown ball. And then Girding made a man miss, and just like that, it's 13-0.
So Kauza in to kick. Good snap by Miller. Gibb gets it down, and Kauza's kick is good.
This is one of those starts, Coach, that, you know, everything has been working.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't want to say it's easy to be the play caller, but
it's certainly
it's
fun.
Easy, but it's easy to be the play caller right now when these boys are doing what they're doing. You know,
yeah,
they're executing the plays that are called, and right now Ridgeville needs to find an answer because they it's been an onslaught so far.
Yeah, there's 6 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. The Hornets have had the ball for first quarter. My apologies. But North Ridgeville's had the ball for 3 plays, and the Hornets have a 14-0 lead.
But like we said, there's weapons on this team, and right now Ridgeville needs to be thinking about doing something offensively quickly.
Another good boot there by Kauza into the end zone. I know we've talked about that a fair amount too, but that's a weapon in and of itself, just not having to, you know, cover those kicks. There's a lot of big plays happen on kickoffs, and to not even give a team an opportunity for returns.
Well, that's exactly right, especially when you have Carter Clark back there and Eric Langauer. Those guys can make plays. So now they have 4 wides with a back behind Cole Miller.
Quick fake, hits the out. That's Eric Langauer. It's a good pass, right on time. Quick pickup of, call it 7, making it 2nd and 3.
Yeah, 18. He jumps off at you when you're watching the film.
Yes.
You know, he's big, he's tall, he's fast.
Yeah. When they move him around, they line him up. Little option here. There's Langauer out in the flat. He's hit hard by Nick Dobkowski, but not before he picks up his first down.
Yeah.
There's the very definition of an RPO, the old run pass option. I mean, he faked that going the other way, and then he had the option to run it or to flip it out. He just decided to flip it out, and that's good pickup by Langauer.
They needed a first down there in a bad way, and they got it. Another empty set again.
Straight drop. Another quick pitch outside. That's caught by Mason Allison. Nice gain on first down.
Yeah, moving the chains, that sure was.
Yeah. So one thing we've seen is this team will lull you to sleep with some of this quick stuff, and then they'll take a shot. They like to run up the seams with these slot receivers.
They were trying to set that some type of middle screen
up.
Did it look like?
They had multiple receivers downfield, or multiple linemen downfield. Now a flag was dropped. I don't know if he's thinking about intentional grounding here. I feel like I saw a receiver in the area, but.
Well, there was also about 6 linemen downfield. Does that?
Well, as long as the ball's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, you can be downfield in high school.
I think that's what.
But they are going to call it because that ball went beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yes. Yeah, that was I think that play didn't go as they had it planned. That's supposed to be a semi-quick hitter, I think, over the middle, and that took a while to develop.
When Ryan Zahir did a nice job, he read that, and got his hands up, and he forced Cole to kind of pump fake one time and hold on to the ball a little bit longer. So this is an ineligible downfield. They will replay the down. It'll still be first down.
Yeah, that's one of those they could have called anybody on that offensive line, I
Yeah.
think. And as an old offensive lineman,
That ain't on those guys.
it's not on those
It's not
guys,
on those
right?
guys.
They're doing their job. That ball is supposed to be out a lot quicker than
Should be called an illegal forward pass.
on the quarterback.
Exactly. There's a nice carry
That's a
up the
good
middle.
run, though.
Going to pick up 4 yards. That's Flesher on the carry, number 83, Matthew Flesher.
Well, Flesher moved into the role of running back, I
Yeah.
think. Sophomore, tough kid, when their primary running back tore his ACL earlier in the year.
So 2nd down and 11. A little short roll, trying to work outside. He's got pressure behind. That ball is out. And it is covered up by the Hornets. Oh, he's calling it an incomplete pass.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy, that was close.
I think that's one of those where if there was a replay review, they might look hard at that one. But the guys make the best call they can on the field, and, you know.
Boy, he was chased down by Cody Bendow from
Yeah.
behind. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. Nice job of this Hornets D-line, getting some pressure now.
Yeah.
Showing blitz here. Drop out of it a little bit. Oh, nice pass.
Really good play.
That's completed to number 17.
That's
Cole Allison.
Yeah. Junior. I don't know if he came out of the tight end or the slot there. That was a quick hitter.
Yeah,
That
just
was
just a slant route, just a quick hitter.
if I'm the Ridgeville play caller, is certainly thinking they want to get rid of that ball quickly, and they did that on that play. Now we got 2 running backs for the first time tonight.
And that's given over the left side. That's Matthew Flesher. That's another nice gain on first down.
Brought down hard by Jamison Gordon.
Going to pick up 5 on that.
Well, this is exactly the drive that the Rangers needed.
Had to have.
Right? Had to
Yes.
have.
Yeah.
I mean, they were getting run off the field, but we knew that this offense brings some firepower.
For sure.
And we're seeing it here. But it's one thing to drive it down. It's another thing to finish the drive. So let's see how this unfolds.
Miller's going to be brought down from behind. I believe that was Dan Miller again.
Yes, it was.
That's going to go for a loss of about 2 yards.
I've been impressed all year with Dan Miller's quickness. I don't think Cole Miller is used to being hawked down like that from behind by a big boy like that.
Yeah, Dan's done a great job from that defensive end position.
I love watching him play.
Incredibly smart player. Straight drop, looking for that out route. He's got a man. That ball is caught. Duke Baker, number 8. Nice pitch and catch there. So Miller in the shotgun. That time he kept balls out.
Oh, wow. I think the Rangers fell on it.
That was just a kind of a messy mesh point. I'm sure that was a read play on that jet, and it looked like Miller decided he wanted to keep that one. Just couldn't quite pull it out of the.
Well, that's the thing. When you have that option, Grady Gibb does such a good job at that. Not easy to chuck that ball and pull it out and make those decisions. But Rangers got away with one there.
Sling it outside. Nice catch.
Good tackle by Callan Whitling.
It's Lengauer again on the reception. Going to pick up about 5 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Probably an interesting offense. We can talk more about it, but for the Highland defense to have to prepare for, it's unique. We haven't seen really anything like this all year. Certainly not with the. Is there a penalty? I missed it.
I also missed it. I don't.
Holding. Okay.
Okay, that's a big penalty.
Yeah, it takes it from 3rd and 5 to 2nd and 15.
Little option, gonna run the reverse. And he is finally forced out. That's Allison. That was well designed, well set up, and well executed. If you didn't hear that, Sky Fox just arrived. A little flyover to start.
That's right. Playoff football. A big 3rd and 2 here from the 14-yard line. Hornets fans are getting into it.
So doubles formation. Miller takes a snap. He's going straight ahead, and he's got it.
Yeah.
Just a Q power. Catch it and go.
Good job out of those guys by overcoming that holding penalty.
Yes.
A lot of times you'll see that kind of derail a good drive.
Definitely can be a drive killer. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah.
Let's drive up over 4 minutes already. Miller takes a snap, short drop. He's looking for another out route. That is caught by Allison, and he is forced out of bounds by Callan Whitling. So they're having some success on these. They're just 5-yard out routes, and a lot of time from these slot receivers. It's a hard route to cover. It's a lot of ground to cover out there.
Yep, and they're getting that ball out quick, too, here. Good play by Callan Whitling in the open field.
We've got another stoppage here. We might be having some play clock issues. Game clock. Going to add 12 seconds to the game clock. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Got that squared away.
All right, back to football here.
2nd down and a long 3. Sticking with that Q power. I'll tell you what, Hornets felt like they had that stacked up pretty early, but Cole Miller falling forward, and he's going to be real close to a 1st down inside the 1-yard line. And I think that's going to be good for a 1st down.
Well, that's
nope. They are saying 3rd down and
3rd and 1 from the 2.
Yes.
Is that right? That's a big young man going straight at it.
Yes.
I mean, that's an NFL-sized quarterback.
Given straight ahead, and there is nowhere to go.
Matthew Flesher got hit hard.
That was Jamison Gordon there quickly. And that's going to go for a loss of about a half a yard, looks like.
And that's going to bring up an early play of the game here with a 4th, and that did lose yards. It's 4th and a long 1 from the 2.
My guess is we're going to see the ball stay in Miller's hands here. He goes straight ahead.
Whoa!
And I don't know. I do not know. It's going to depend on the spot.
Does not need a touchdown, but I do not think he got the first down.
The Hornets certainly don't think he got it.
Wow, what a defensive stand there.
I'll tell you what, that is good stuff inside the 5-yard line.
To stuff twice in a row, including the big quarterback. You called it, Coach. You got to put the ball in your best player's hands, and they did that, but there was nowhere to go.
Well done by Coach Meyer's defense right there. So 57 seconds left in the first quarter. Hornets taking over inside the 2-yard line, or maybe right at the 2-yard line.
Well, that's now you're you don't hate what happened if you're Ridgeville. You wanted to score, obviously, but they got Highland pinned deep here, so their defense is looking to make a play.
Give to Miser, straight ahead, run. Just inside zone.
Jeez, for 7 yards.
Just a quick hitter. It's nice to have 25 to give you some breathing room in those spots. Well blocked by that right side of that offensive line. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3. Girding in motion. Going to fake it to him. Gibbs going to keep it. He's going to spin out of one, and he's going to get across the 15 and pick up a 1st down. Would assume that'll be the last play of the quarter.
I believe you're right. And very entertaining first quarter.
That's good. That's good. That's fun football right there.
That was a fun quarter to watch. You know, if you're Ridgeville, the offense lived up to the hype there. Watching them, they're a good unit, but they were not able to punch it in. Highland made that stand.
Yes.
And now North Ridgeville's defense has not stopped Highland yet.
Right.
So now their defense has to figure out a way to stop this.
Yeah, Hornet offense has an opportunity to go up by 3 scores, and that is I don't know, maybe that's a personal opinion, but I feel like 3 scores becomes that gets real hard to come back from. But the way this Highland offense is clicking right now, this North Ridgeville defense is going to have to come up with a couple stops tonight to be able to get into this game.
Right. This is where you're thinking this ball hawking defense would love a turnover here at this point.
So Gibbon Miser in the backfield on 1st down. Little play action, looking for Faust on a seam. He makes a nice catch. He is brought down from behind by number 11. That's Jaden Williams on the tackle.
What a good catch that was in some traffic.
Yes.
And a good throw as well.
Yes.
Well, what happened was they faked it to Miser, froze the backers a little bit, and I think that allowed Faust to get out behind those guys.
Just a little bit of room to throw the football, and that's all it takes. Gibb, another fake, and that ball is off the hands of Faust. Going to fall incomplete, bring up 2nd down.
Well, we talked about Grady Gibb and what a good throw that was. Is he still throwing at is it an 85% completion rate?
Yes. So as of coming into tonight, 85.3% completion percentage, 1,430 yards, 18 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, he's on pace to have one of the most efficient seasons in county history. And
that was an evidence of that. of the season he's had with that throw that he just made. But now it's 2nd and 10 after the drop.
This time he's going to keep it, and he's got Nick Dobkowski in a foot race, and he's in.
Wow.
So we saw that play last week.
Yes, we did.
That's another one of those RPOs, faking it to Miser. He pulls it out, and all of it, you know, Nick's just doing a little stalk block, just a little fake, just to create a little bit of space. Then he runs right up the sideline. And nice to see big Nick Dobkowski make a big play here.
And he was not going to be caught either. He showed the wheels that he has. What another good throw, though, by Grady Gibb. Right in stride.
It's Dobkowski's 4th receiving touchdown on the season. Cow's kick is up and good.
That's one of those where if Grady Gibb doesn't throw it, leading him perfectly, it'll be a good play, but he's going to get caught by number 11, right?
Absolutely.
But the fact that he had to accelerate into that catch is just he puts it on the money. But that is what Highland needed, and that is not what the Rangers needed. To go down and almost score and get stuffed at the goal line, and then to have Highland drive 99 yards.
Yeah, and just what, about a 2 or 3 minute drive there.
Yes.
98-yard drive, 2 minutes and 41 seconds after Ridgeville has a 5-ish minute drive all the way down the field, not able to get it in. That's a quick, sudden change.
And it's a big swing in this game.
Right. Avon Eagles up 13-7 over at Art Wright Stadium in Wadsworth.
That's a big game down the way there in Wadsworth, isn't it?
And Cow's kick will be into the end zone. Now 14-7 as Avon just made their extra point.
And the reason it's a big game is not only because it's 2 of the best teams in the state going at it in a regional semifinal, but the winner of this game will face the winner of that game next week in the regional final at a neutral site.
Yeah, that is an interesting game over in Wadsworth tonight. 2 really, really good teams going at it in a regional semifinal. So Miller and the Rangers back to it, looking for a quick screen outside. That pass is caught by Langauer. Nice job, nice pickup on first down by the Rangers. Gonna pick up about 4 yards, bring up a 2nd and 6. They've definitely had some success on first down.
Well, you hate to be a broken record, but if they need to move the chains a few times, score some points, and give that defense time to maybe regroup and figure some things out. There was
Miller gives it, and there is absolutely nowhere to go. Cody Bendow, Nick Dobkowski in on that stop.
Yeah, that was Matthew Flesher with maybe a loss of 1.
I don't think we talk about Cody Bendow enough. That young man's had a couple of really nice years. Has become a big-time contributor on defense last year. Now he's contributing on both sides of the ball. Deep drop. Miller trying to step up. Flushes left. Looking for a ball deep down the sideline. That ball is incomplete, out of bounds. Really nice coverage. That is a long time to cover somebody. And that's Metzger. Chased him all the way across that formation. Actually, I'm sorry, that's Callan Whitling, who chased him from his linebacker spot all the way.
Well, and a lot of the good plays, like you said earlier, that Ridgeville has been on those type of broken plays, if you will, where he's out of the pocket scrambling around. So Highland did a very good job to force a 3-and-out.
So end over end punt. It's going to be fair caught once again by Lucas Girding, and Hornets have great field position again at the 43-yard line. Hey, I want to take a second to just shout out Southeast Security. We had some scoreboard issues last week, and they came out this week and spent a lot of time helping us get this figured out for the game tonight, and they've got us up and running. So big thanks to Southeast Security for getting that handled for us this week.
Scoreboard's working well. Thank you, guys.
That's a give to Miser. And nice patient run. He's going to pick up about 13 yards on the sideline.
There was not much there.
This Hornet offense is kind of doing what they want to do right now.
Yeah, he just bounced that one outside. You know, he just made a cut and picked up, what, 13?
Yes. Dylan Lazar has checked in the game, lined up behind Grady Gibb. 3 receivers left. Time Gibb's going to keep it. He's going to slide down after he picks up about 3 yards. Good job not taking a hit there in the middle of the defense.
Yeah.
Looks like a baseball player sliding.
That's right. You would know. No, that's a good decision there. Good decision. Good gain. Brings up a 2nd and 6.5. Dylan Lazar still in the game behind Grady. Oh,
there's a little double move. He's got Jake Weber. And he is in. You saw that little shoulder fake. Just a double move. And Jake Weber doing what Jake Weber does, making a big play. And the Hornets up 27-0.
The Rangers defensive backs were looking at each other. I don't know if there was a miscommunication, but I think more than that, it was that fake that Jake Weber made, you know, and a perfectly thrown ball by Grady Gibb. Broken record, but it really was.
Cowles' kick is good. So 28-0.
Oh, Jake Weber coming big time tonight.
Good ball there by Grady Gibb, too.
That sure was. What a start to this game. There's still 9 minutes left in the second quarter, Coach.
This is actual real time-wise has been a long first half. And there's still 9 minutes to go in that first half.
Well, the Rangers are a little bit shell-shocked right now. I'm looking out. They have a good crew that traveled with them down here. And with their offense, they're not thinking that they're out of this thing yet, but they do at some point need to have a drive and put some points up, or this thing's going to get even more out of hand here.
Right. Cowles' kick is going to be into the end zone once again. So this Hornet defense coming right back out.
Well, when you look at the keys to the game we talked about, the Rangers have not forced any turnovers. Highland's protected the ball. They've executed well. They've put pressure on Cole Miller. It's really been a good start for this Highland team. And
yes.
North Ridgeville needs to find an answer here quick.
Yeah, a lot of credit to these defensive backs from this defense. Miller's going to keep that one, working up the middle. Nice pickup on first down for the Rangers once again. Going to pick up about close to 6 yards. And they're having success on first down.
Well, they're 10-1 for a reason, Coach.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we knew that they had playmakers and they're well coached, so they're not hanging their heads yet.
There's a deep ball looking for a corner or a post route. That's picked off by Nick Dobkowski. He's working the middle of the field, and he is going to be brought down right at midfield. I'll tell you what, Nick Dobkowski just went up over top and just took that ball away.
Well, there was 2 Hornets back there that had that very well covered. Now, 18 still being 6'3", could have come down with that ball, but Nick Dobkowski was not going to let that happen.
That is Nick's 7th interception on the season.
And that's one of those where if you don't high point that ball against a 6'3" receiver, he's going to come down with that ball. You know, so that's one where you had to go up and get it, and he did.
There's a give to Miser. Nice patient run. And he's going to pick up 3.5 on first down. Trying to buy a call there in the middle of the field. So J-Mo Gordon has checked in the game. Going to be a 2 tight end set here. So 2 tight ends to the left side of this Hornet formation. Dobkowski out wide. Got a flag down.
Was it procedure on us or legal? Came down from an odd place in the defensive backfield there. What does that tell you? I don't know.
Is this like a snap infraction of some sort?
Type of procedure?
He's having a little chat with.
I don't know what that was.
I think we might have had a snap infraction because it looked like he was chatting with Marquis. He might have rolled the ball around a way that this referee didn't like.
Okay, well, 2nd and 11 now.
That's given to Miser. He's nice patient run. He cuts back to the left, a little stiff arm. He gets it all the way across the 40 to the 39 for a Hornet first down.
Casey Miser. That's him in a nutshell there. Patience, but accelerates when he sees it. What a good run. Dylan Lazar checks in the game.
Still 2 tight ends in the game. This time they give it to Dylan. Nice jump cut there in the middle, and he's able to pick up 4 yards. You know, we talked about it last week, but 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter, and this offensive line is really starting to wear down this defensive line. A lot of hands on hips out there right now. These guys just keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. There's a give to Miser. Nice cut outside. It's a nice stick out there.
Right at that first down marker.
Looked like Carter Clark on the stop. He's going to be just short of the first down.
Bringing up a 3rd and a half a yard.
Now 21-7 over in Wadsworth. There's a give to Girding on the jet. He beats a man to the corner before he's taken down. That was Nolan Gill on the stop, but not before Lucas Girding picks up 19 on that rush for another Hornet first down.
Nolan Gill's their leading tackler, I believe, on the team. Has 100 tackles, I think, this
Yeah.
year. Brought him down hard, but how about the quickness of Lucas Girding? He just slipped through that crack and was gone.
A lot for a defense to handle. Gibb takes the snap, gives it to Miser. Tries to get outside before he's forced out by Luke Mraz.
Well, we talk about it every week, but, you know, Ridgeville hasn't seen an offense like this since Avon, and to prepare for 6 or 7 guys that are playmakers that can touch the ball on any given play is difficult. Up the middle, around the end, through the air, short passes, long passes, and now you got a 2nd and 6 inside the 10-yard line.
There's Girding in motion. This time Gibb keeps it. He's got a seam up the middle, and he is in. Surgical.
It really was.
34-0. 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first half.
What a game by Grady Gibb so far, huh?
Young man has come to play. Calza in for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Get kick is blocked.
Haven't seen that too many times this year.
Nope. So it will remain 34-0.
Coach, let me touch on Grady Gibb for a minute. Think about what that young man's been through the last couple of weeks. We highlighted his grandfather, William Galatka, last week. Had a good, they sponsored the game last week for us. William was a lover of the live stream and lover of his family and his grandson Grady. And Grady had to strap it up in a tough week, and he played phenomenal last week coming out of the gate. Really strong this week, and that's a tough time for their family.
Yeah, good stuff out of that young man, and what a great family, and you know, just happy, obviously, for his success and everything. But you know, that's tough. You know, that's a tough couple weeks, and it's not something you just move on from immediately. And you know, Grady's come out and with a purpose each of these last 2 weeks. Proud of that young man. That is going to be another touchback.
He's making Grandpa proud, as he always did and is doing tonight. So good stuff out of Grady Gibb and the family there. Well, I don't think we anticipated this.
No. No.
We did know that it would be difficult for North Ridgeville to stop Highland. I thought maybe the Rangers would have put up a couple of points, but
that ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. It might have been, was that Ryan Zahir maybe? Got in there quickly. Knocked that ball down. Nice play by number 8, Ryan Zahir.
Sure was. But this is into that game that you talk about sometimes. It's that middle 8.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you have any hope of any momentum, if you're North Ridgeville, you need to close strong in this last 4 minutes and go into halftime with some type of positive momentum.
Straight drop, looking for another one of those quick out routes.
That's a good start.
It's caught by Eric Langauer, I apologize. Nice pickup on second down, makes it 3rd and about 1. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, they need a score here.
Yeah.
Then they get the ball at the half, and they need another score. And then at that point in time, you know, you're putting some pressure on the Hornets. Three down linemen. Hornets shift to a 4th. This time it's just a keep by Miller. Hornets do a nice job stringing it out. He's met by, look like Callan Whitling, J-Mo Gordon, and about 8 other green hats. But that was good for a Ranger first down.
It's a disciplined defense. And I was watching Leon Zielinski out at the corner, and he didn't let him get outside, made him cut it back, and the linebackers were there to make the play. Good team defense there.
Short drop. Flush him to his right. He is going to dump that off.
Hit hard by Evan Faust.
Yes, he was. And it was clean.
Absolutely. Evan can close ground. He's our leading tackler, and that kid closed 10 yards in about 1 second there. I don't think Cole Miller thought he would be on him that quick.
Yeah, Evan Faust, Defensive Player of the Year in the conference. Casey Miser, Offensive Player of the Year in the Suburban League American. They fake the jet. Miller with a straight drop. He's brought down from behind, and that is Ryan Zahir. Nice play there by that young man. He's having an impact here these last few plays. That's what you got to do. Miller likes to step up in that pocket, and that's when you and I both saw it watching that film. I mean, that's when he gets loose and he scrambles or he gets a ball off late. If you can close on that, really shuts down a big part of what he tries to do. Another short drop. Hornets, Ryan Zahir with more pressure, and that ball falls incomplete. Nice coverage by Callan Whitling.
Well, and that stops the clock. That brings out the punting unit, and Highland is going to get some decent field position once again with 2:41 left, plenty of time.
It is now 28-7 over in Wadsworth. The Avon Eagles seem to be.
That's a bit of a surprise to me. I thought it might be a little bit closer than that, with Avon going down to Wadsworth like that.
Nice high spiraling punt. But that ball checks up and rolls all the way to about the 42-yard line where the Hornets take over.
Well, we've said this 4 times tonight now, but Highland is starting in great field position.
Yeah,
right.
And even when they didn't, they went on a 98-yard drive.
Well, that's that. Yeah, that's right.
But you're right. I mean,
the other times they started in
somewhere around here, 35
to 40. That's what you talk
40.
about, is that complementary type of a team effort, right? The defense gives them good field position. Offense comes out. What a first half this has been.
So 2:31 to go. Hornets still have all of their timeouts. Fake to Girding. Looking for Dobkowski on a little comeback route. Gibb tries to spin out, but he is brought down from behind. That's number 99. Braden Laszlo.
Senior defensive lineman. That was one where you don't see Grady hold on to the ball that long too often, and I don't know what happened downfield, but good.
His vision might have been blocked out or something, because I mean, looked like Dobkowski was open on that comeback.
Yeah,
just not quite able to get it off. And that time Gibb keeps it. He's brought down first man there, Carter Clark. Hornets going to take a timeout. We're going to have a 3rd and 14.
Looking out at the field, coach, and the stands, this is playoff football at its best. We were saying earlier that the stands were not full. They are now.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're full on both sides, which is cool too,
Yeah.
right? The band's ready to come out. If this isn't Ohio playoff football, you know, I don't know what is. Well, Highland has a 3rd and long for I believe, the first time all night.
Yeah.
And we could see the punter for the first time all night, but let's see what happens here on this 3rd and 14.
Gibb going to set up a little screen. Got Miser out there. There's a big block.
Oh, man.
Well, what a well-designed, well-run. So that was Spencer Marquis.
Was that Spencer?
That was Spencer from his center position.
Oh, my.
And then you also had Wyatt Sitz.
That was one of the most well-executed screen passes that I've seen.
Yeah. I mean, when you have Messina, Sitz, and Marquis out there leading the way for you, what a well-executed screen right there.
Fake to Dylan Lazar, and Grady keeps it for about 6 yards right up the middle.
So I'll tell you, one of the things that we do on every Tuesday, and it's I love the way Coach Gibbons sets it up, but first thing we do in practice, we've got our special team session going on, right? So they're doing their KO and their kickoff and kickoff return. Well, none of the big guys are on that. So we take all the linemen down to this end of the field. We just do a screen session. We just run through all of our screen plays, just work on the footwork, who's going where, when. Let's get the timing right. So we take Gibby down there and just work on screens, like literally for 20, 25 minutes. And that play right there is why that execution happens, because it's an intentional thing out of this coaching staff. He's going to fake it, little throwback. He's got Girding wide open. $40-0. Another just beautifully drawn up play.
I want to say that's the 4th Highland player to score a touchdown tonight, maybe the 5th. I bet Andrew will help us out with that. That's the 4th Highland player to score.
He already had a touchdown as well.
Yeah, that's Girding second on the night.
Second.
And we're going to have a false. Is this going to be a false start or an encroachment? They're going to make it an encroachment.
I think they wanted another block like they had last time. I'll tell you that you bring up a good point as usual. A lot of us just get to see this stuff happen on Friday night, but it is worked on all week, all season, you know. And that screen pass is such a good example. That takes repetitions and guys knowing when to come out and when to peel back and who to get and who's going to take what. And somebody got pancaked out there, though. Was that was Spencer Marquis?
That was Spencer.
That had a highlight reel block.
Yes, they're going to enjoy watching that one on film
can
tomorrow.
You imagine?
Snap good, hold good, kick is good.
And it was a good, clean block, you know, as was the play earlier we talked about with Evan Faust. This is a hard-hitting Highland team. It's a hard-nosed team, and they play the game the right way too. I can't think of one personal foul they've had all year.
And I think it's safe to say a well-coached team. You know,
very well-coached team.
I think I know the first half isn't over yet, but like I got to give Mike Gibbons a ton of credit. This game plan tonight to have these guys ready, and like you were saying earlier, it's easy to call plays when you're executing like this, but when you're able to get these guys ready to run this much different stuff, these many different looks and all these different weapons, and every single one of those weapons has had the ball in their hands tonight, and that's why it's 41-0 here late in the second quarter. Coach Gibbons did a great job putting a game plan together, getting these guys ready to go. There's another deep kick. This one is going to be returnable. It's Jaden Williams. Oh, I'm sorry, that's number 18, Eric Longhour. Nice
Well,
return.
It's like we were saying that Highland has so many playmakers, but Coach Gibbons' job is to get the ball in the playmakers' hands, and he does such a good job at that. We talked last week about Coach Gibbons in his 11th year, how lucky we are to have him here, and the whole staff too that you're a part of, and you know these guys, and they were players themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they get along so well, and they lead these boys so well.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a fun group of guys to work with. That's given off the right side.
Well, that was an absolute onslaught in this first half. I mean, I don't know what you do if you're North Ridgeville going to the locker room. You know, you regroup and you try to come out swinging in the second half. But if you're Highland, hats off to you boys. Coach Gibbons is fired up.
As he should be. I'll tell you what, this game is not over, but it's all but. So we've got a 20-minute halftime. We've got the Pride of Highland going to take the field right after the North Ridgeville Ranger Marching Band. We'll come back with some stats and some things.
We'll crunch some numbers and we'll break some things down from a fundamental standpoint. Right. Okay.
We'll say hi to the camera because for some reason, yeah, there you go. So enjoy the halftime show. We're gonna warm up here a little bit, and we'll be back for the second half.
All right.
proudly present the 2025 Pride of Highland Marching Band. We open tonight's performance with a Van Morrison classic that was written as a musical tribute to New Orleans R&B singer and piano player Pat Conley. Here is Dominic. Our next song is a recent K-pop chart topper, recorded by Rose and Bruno Mars in 2024. Here is their catchy track titled ABT. We close tonight's performance with one of NSYNC's most popular singles. Off of their album No Strings Attached, this is Bye Bye Bye.
We're back with you here in the coming out of halftime of the regional semifinal game, Coach. And the first half was 41-0 Highland over the North Ridgeville Rangers.
Yeah, that was a leave no doubt half right there. We're going to throw up some stats for you real quick and kind of give you a look at.
Well, it gives you a tangible look at what we saw happen, okay? And what we saw happen was almost 400 yards of offense by Highland.
On 31 plays. So 31 plays, they gained 383 yards. North Ridgeville, 101 yards on 30 plays.
Yeah.
I mean, like the 4 of 8 on third down, that's not terrible out of North Ridgeville, but the Hornets are 2 for 2. We talked a lot about Cole Miller, 9 for 16, 90 yards in the interception, 9 rushes for 9 yards.
That's unbelievable. I mean,
yes.
He's rushed for 1,200 yards this season and is averaging 1 yard per rush. How about some of these numbers, Coach? I was looking at Grady Gibb, 8 for 9, 217 yards and 4 touchdowns. And oh, by the way, 8 rushes for 45 yards and 2 touchdowns.
2 TDs. Yeah, I'd say Grady Gibb came to play tonight. Casey Meyerser, 11 carries, 93 yards, 2 catches, 55. So the playmakers have made plays. And, so now we're going to be in a running clock situation to start the second half. But we kind of chatted off air there at halftime. I mean, what a clinic of play calling that Coach Gibbons and Coach Meyer have put on display on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball, respectively.
What I thought was cool was when that half was over, there was excitement from the coaching staff and the boys like I don't know that I've seen, which tells me that they were geared up to play this game tonight.
Yes.
As we knew they would be, but that was a different level of go get itness right there.
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100%. And you're coming. This team has lost 1 football game this year, and you put up 41 points and gave up 0.5. So if you you want to see Coach Gibbons get fired up, put on a performance like that.
And by the way, the one loss they had, it was 7-7 at the end of the first quarter against Avon. And
right.
Here it was 28-0 just into the second quarter. So there was no slow start here. It was go grab it right from the opening kickoff. And outside of the Avon drive that they got down to the 2 and were stuffed on 2 plays
right.
by that defense.
Right.
They were not able to do a lot, and the Ridgeville defense had 0 answers.
Right.
There was not one punt. Highland did not punt it once.
Correct. Yeah, and that includes that on their last touchdown drive. They had a sack and a penalty.
3rd and 15.
3rd and 15. They run that little screen pass that goes for about 30 yards down the sideline and able to add on. So, and we know this game's on tape delay tonight, but it's hard to not treat it as if we're live.
We're treating it as it's live.
Yeah, so we currently have a 28-14 halftime score, Avon over Wadsworth. I was kind of looking around. Hoban's up 35-3 at halftime. And I saw Walsh had a pretty sizable lead too. Walsh is up 35-7 over Austintown Fitch at halftime. So,
well, we have another half of football here, and before we get into it, we'll take the opportunity to thank Amanda Fall, State Farm Agency. We've talked about her all year, but her office is right here in Hinckley, serves our local district. Her family lives in Granger. Kids go to Highland Middle School. And talked to somebody at halftime, Amanda, that watches the live stream religiously and thanks you for what you do.
Yes, thank you very much. Kauza kicks it away, and that will be another one fielded just right at the goal line. Nice return out across the 25 before he's taken down.
That was Carter Clark, senior.
So we'll see this North Ridgeville Ranger offense. Now you're looking for no let up, right? You know, I think a big key, and I was thinking about this on my way back up, and there have been no big plays out of North Ridgeville. You know, we talked a lot. They've had a lot of success on first down, but a lot of that's just been little 5-yard outs. Nothing's gotten over the Hornets' head at this stage of the game. As Miller's flush to his left, flips it outside, and that ball is going to fall incomplete. Just a little pressure up the middle. Right-handed quarterback rolling to his left. That's a tough throw.
I've played in some of these games back in Woodridge High School. I'm not proud to admit I was on the other end of some of these games, and
I've been there too.
It's hard to get back out for it, but you know you're still trying to play ball if you're North Ridgeville. See if you can't make a couple plays, build some momentum, finish on a strong season.
Right.
You know, give yourself a little bit of a.
Just going to swing it out. Little wide receiver screen.
But you hit on it, Coach. This is a big play offense, and they rely on big hitters, and they have not had any. The Highland defense has shut down any type of big plays. We've seen long passes all year out of these guys. We've seen screen passes that have gone for 70 yards.
Right.
We've seen runs,
yes.
And we've seen none of that tonight.
Yes, a very disciplined effort so far out of this Hornet defense. Empty backfield. That ball is out as Dan Miller. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Evan Faust with a big hit. And the Hornets recover. Another takeaway. And that is a big blind side hit out of Evan Faust. And like you said earlier in the game, a young man closes ground quick.
He really does. I mean, this Highland defense is full of studs, but he is the leader of this defense.
Yes.
If I had to call out a name, now they would tell you it's 11 guys, and it is. But that young man is the heart and soul of that defense, man.
Well, there's a reason that the Suburban League coaches voted him the Defensive Player of the Year in the conference.
That's right.
There's a give to Miser. Well blocked by these wide receivers on this left side, and he's going to take it all the way inside the 10 down to about maybe the 6-yard line.
Well, that's something that you've talked about all year, and we haven't talked about it tonight. We highlight that offensive line, and they should be. But those next level runs, Jake Weber's out there with a block, and it typically will take a receiver doing his job out there to help spring that long run.
They're going to give it to 25 again, and he is in.
Well, the
Casey
second
Miser.
2 words. Yeah, that another good decision by Grady Gibb. And the second half starts off much like the first half did with a great defensive series culminated by a turnover and then just a well-executed, short, hard-hitting drive to score a touchdown.
Snap good, hold good, kick is good.
And that clock is going to keep on running here.
Yeah, so we're going to have another short second half.
The disappointing part about that is this is our last half together. So I
Yeah.
was kind of hoping it drug out. I hate to leave your side.
I know. Hey, we have fun on Friday nights, man. This is always good. I enjoy prepping for this and, getting ready, and it's fun to come up here and have the best seat in the house and get to chat football.
Well, we've watched many a game together.
We have.
And it's good to be able to watch the Hornets together and call it together with this great production crew that we have here.
It's always good to spend time with a legend from Peninsula,
Legend. Oh, well, I deserve that. I have many nicknames for this guy next to me, so I deserve that one. Don't know if I'm any legend, but.
Another good boot. That one's going to carry him into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, I'm running out of words here for this game. I do think that this defense is so relentless.
Yes.
That they're looking at this play as a big play right now. We're up here kind of making jokes and doing what we do, but these guys are still playing ball.
They're locked in.
Yes,
they're locked in.
That's right. You're exactly right.
And you know what? And most of the starters are still in the game, and I see one fresh face on the defensive line. Drew Divis is checked in, but these are important reps. It's Miller with a fake. They flush him out to his right. That ball is caught.
Zielinski.
That was Cole Allison. Paid the price for making that catch late over the middle. Nice hit right there by Zielinski.
It's hard to see the numbers on these jerseys, but I did see the flow out of that helmet.
So we know it's Cooper when we see the flow.
Bobbled the handoff a little bit. Spin move,
out of a
hard run.
I think he's going to have a first down. Good hard run there. That was 83, right?
Matthew Flesher, he's a tough kid, only a sophomore, has a couple good years left, and he's had a good year for them stepping into that running back position.
Yeah, and I really do believe he's playing out of position too. He's listed as a wide receiver, got kind of pressed into duty. Done a nice job for this group. So 1st and 10. Miller has flanked by running backs. Going to run that reverse. This time he's going to look to throw it. There is nobody open. Flesher kind of flips it late, and that ball falls incomplete. That was intended for number 8, Duke Baker.
Nobody was fooled on that play.
No, they were
at
not.
All.
We saw just that exact straight reverse. I think it was on their first possession of the game. They picked up an important first down on that. That was their second possession of the game, excuse me. But that time he went back to throw it, and our defensive backs were all over it.
Well, you're not going to get many people biting when the D-line and linebackers are stopping the run like they are. You're not going to get.
It's flipped outside. That's going to be caught right at the markers, and they are going to move the sticks out to the 41-yard line.
All right, a couple first downs by Ridgeville. That's good to see.
That time he was met by Liam Zielinski. He's going to fake it. That was the tight end coming all the way across the formation. Nice play design.
Yeah, another first down.
It's Cole Allison. I like that. He lined up as a flex tight end on the left side of the formation, and on the snap, he came behind the line of scrimmage, just continued to run out in the flat. Little boot action out of Miller. Easy dump off and a nice pickup to get it into Hornet territory at the 45. Back to the 5 wide set. Flesher in motion. Fake the jet sweep. He's looking deep up the sideline. And that is caught.
That's 17 again.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, that was a blatant offensive pass interference, as he just shoved off of that defensive back to make that play, but referees decided to let that one go.
Well, the refs are human, and they see the scoreboard perhaps, and
Sure.
you know. But that was a good play by the young man out there catching that ball. Good throw.
Yeah, but I want to say that was really good coverage out there.
Yeah, they were out there.
Just not going to draw a flag on it. Flesher's going to get this carry. He's going to pick up a couple yards. Looks like J-Mo Gordon in on that stop for the Hornets. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. I'm going to give it up the middle
Good
again.
defense there.
Yeah. Was that Zahir, first man there again? Ryan Zahir having a heck of a game tonight.
He is. They thought they might catch the Hornets off guard there, right on a 2nd and 10 to try to do a little draw play up the middle, but Highland was not fooled, and now you have a 3rd and 8.
This time Miller's going to keep it, flip it out there in the flat. Hornets close quick.
Yeah, they sure did.
Lucas Grillis from his defensive end position read that and was in on that stop along with Jamison Gordon.
Well, that's how to defend 18. You know, Eric Langauer. There was four Hornets around him, and there was nowhere for him to go.
Yeah.
Good team defense there.
Yes. So that is going to quickly take us to the 4th quarter with the score 48-0. I want to take a minute and a couple weeks ago I neglected to mention our girls cross country team. You know, they won the district and then they finished, I want to say 7th place as a team in the regional, and then they went down to the state meet and finished 12th in the state meet. That was about 3 weeks ago, I believe. But you know what Coach Lippincott did with those young ladies, and what an outstanding season that they had, and that was very much a team effort too. I think their top finisher finished like 17th or so in the state, but to finish, you know, top 15 in the state in that meet, that's pretty cool, and really, really happy for Coach and those young ladies and their performance.
Well, we've talked all year about the program, the football program, but we've talked about the athletic program that Highland has here. John Bailey and team, and what a good job across the board that these guys do in so many sports. You could go up and down the list. We've talked about most of them all year, but good job by the cross-country team there.
Yeah, girls soccer made it to regionals. Girls volleyball made it to regionals.
Yeah.
Girls golf finished 4th in the state. Miller, 4th down, he's dropped. He's chased from behind, flips it up, and that ball is batted down, incomplete. That was a smart play there by Cooper Zielinski.
Yeah.
Give the Hornets the field position, so he just batted that ball down, could have intercepted it.
Well, and I knew that was Evan Faust, and it was, by the way that he closed.
Yeah.
That dude, he really does close so fast. He was on Cole Miller. And you're right, that was a smart play. Bat it down, it's 4th down.
Yeah, because his momentum was going to carry him out at about the 1 yard line. That gives him a little bit of breathing room, at least out to the 8 yard line. Let's see what offensive group they send out. I'm still seeing. Yeah, we're going to see some changes definitely on the offensive line at this point.
Yeah, I think they're trying to figure it out right now.
I think Coach Gibbons might use a timeout once this play clock winds down. Make sure they're all squared away.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
But while I'm thinking about it, I do want to shout out this offensive line. I think
yes, they deserve it.
You know, what Spencer Marquis has done at the center position and Wyatt Sitz and Cody Bendow at their guard positions, Tommy Fern.
That's right.
And Josh Messina at the tackle positions.
Yeah.
I mean, this yardage, that number that the Hornets put up in the first half is not done without the performance of those guys up front. They had an outstanding night up front tonight. And they're on the sideline celebrating right now, as they should be.
From the very first play of the game.
And look at those 5 guys in a huddle right now.
I see them.
That is a give. It's Frankie Ianaji on the carry. Oh, was that the Lazar? I'm sorry, that was Dylan Lazar.
Senior Aiden Police in at quarterback. You know who's in the center of that huddle is Casey Miser in that offensive line huddle down there.
Yes.
Miser's saying thank you, fellas. And they're saying thank you, Casey Miser.
Yeah, that's right. Nice carry here, Dylan Lazar. We've got a flag down in the backfield. Okay. We're going to have a hold. Yeah, so we're going to have a hold. It'll remain second down.
Well, that's a shame because that was a real good run by Dylan Lazar.
Yes.
What a year it's been, though, Coach. When we look back at, you know, the first couple of games in the summertime and wondering what kind of team we'd have every year, you kind of wonder that.
Right.
As a spectator, I do anyway.
Sure. That's Ianaji that time on the jet sweep. It's sniffed out. Oh, that ball is out. But it is fallen on by Ianaji. No, you're absolutely right. And, you know, and I can tell you as a coach, like with the baseball program, and, you know, you always you wonder, like, you know, we graduated this guy and we graduated this position and, you know, the 3-hitter and the this and the that. And, you know, the football team, you're trying to replace 2 all-state linemen and
yes,
and
that's right.
And then a safety that's now playing at the college level, and you know, you're wondering about all that stuff, but they just reload, come out, and they are right back where they were this time last year, heading to a regional championship game. There's Lazar over the right side, stays in bounds, nice cut. Dylan Lazar off to the races across the 50. Still going, and he is finally caught from behind by number 11.
That's a 70-yard run.
Jaden Williams gets him from behind. Happy for that young man as well.
Yeah, Dylan Lazar, like you said, he'd be a starter, you know, all-league player perhaps on other teams.
Yes.
You know, and to have him alongside of Casey coming in like this is a talented young man.
Police going to give it to Lazar again. Apparently he didn't need a break after that. He just picked up another 4 yards. 3 yards maybe.
Back to what we were saying earlier, I think we focus sometimes on who we're losing. You know, how are we going to replace Noonan and Zywick and Phillips and all these different guys? And the answer is you replace them with the next guy up. You know?
Right.
That's been training and working
you've
for
developed
8 years, 4 years, 2 years, all the way from the youth level that we talk so much about, and all the way up through the middle school and freshman program with that you're familiar with, and through the JV, and then they come here and let's run around the end there. Then they come here on Friday night and they're quote unquote magically ready to play, right? Well, it's not magic. It's hard work that's gone in for a long period of time. And it's called building a football program like Mike Gibbons has done and Tom Lombardo before him that puts us in position year after year after year.
That was carried by Anthony DePompe on that jet sweep. No, I think you said it very well. I mean, that's the definition of a program. Develop, get them ready to go. That snap is bobbled by Pulis, but gets his hands on it. Gets forward for a couple of yards. Bring the field goal unit out here, maybe. Looks like they're just going to maybe go for this.
It's been a fast-moving half as we've anticipated. I'll tell you, it's cool, too, to have some of these guys get some action in a regional semifinal game.
Absolutely.
You know? I never did that.
That is Ben Radigan, but that is not going to get it done. That'll be a turnover on downs. As he is taken down for a loss. Carter Clark might have been the first man there.
I was searching for a score of the last we heard it was 28-14 Avon over Wadsworth at half.
Right.
And I know it's on a delay, so we may know the answer by the time you hear this, but I kind of want an answer for my own personal knowledge.
Looks like a new quarterback in for North Ridgeville. That's number 12. That's Braden Harrison. Completes that pass over the middle to Eric Langauer. Good for a Ranger first down. Yeah,
because in addition to the opponent next week, the location will be perhaps broken up there.
Yeah.
The location will be very different if we're playing Avon or Wadsworth.
Right.
You would know better than me, but I don't know if you're playing Wadsworth, you'd be looking at somewhere in Akron, perhaps, up through North Royalton, up to maybe Brunswick.
Yeah,
or
Brunswick, Medina. You know, it all depends on who's willing to host. But then, you know, when you're playing Avon, we played them at Strongsville. We've played them at Brunswick.
Good tackle there.
That was. That might have been Ben Radigan. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Haney.
It's Ryan Haney.
Haney, number 18. Nice tackle there. Right at the line of scrimmage.
Ryan Haney's a guy I'm excited to see play next year.
Yes.
We've seen some glimpses of Ryan Haney this year.
Yeah, he's been a part of some packages at the varsity level, gotten on the field in meaningful situations, and has done a really nice job. Straight drop, looking for that seam up the middle. That ball is caught. And brought down by number 28 of the Hornets. That's Neil Flannery.
That's Cole Allison. 28-14 Avon. 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
I still see 35-7 Walsh. We're inside of 1 minute remaining here. Straight drop. He loves this seam route. That ball is broken up. That's number 17, Nate Painter.
Good play by Nate.
Yeah, nice play there by Nathan.
Because if he doesn't make that play, you're not talking about a 48-0 shutout. That's a touchdown.
Yes. Massillon is up 41-7 over Columbus St. Francis de Sales. What that St. Ed's score is. Ooh, that ball falls incomplete. St. Edward up 38-6 over Toledo Whitmer.
How about McKinley Menor? And that brings this game to a conclusion. And it brings our live stream with this production crew for this year to a conclusion, but it does not bring the Hornets season to a conclusion. But we do want to thank Eric and Nate and Andrew. We also want to remember Brianna and Brian, who are not with us tonight. We miss you guys, and the team is coming together for you.
Yes.
Doing a heck of a job.
Yes.
But the Hornets season is not done, Coach.
No, it is not. And, you know, back into this regional final game again. I think this is 4 years in a row in a regional final. So looking to get over that hump next week, and not sure who it's going to be. That game is still in doubt. 28-14 over in Wadsworth. That site will be released sometime on Sunday. Typically, we'll know where we're going to play, and with a chance to go to a state Final Four. This is a special group right here. This is a special group that they have just answered the bell time after time, and I am excited to see what's coming next week.
Well, you and the rest of Hornet Nation, I think, is ready to see that. And this group travels well, and I imagine wherever the game is at, there'll be a bunch of Hornet fans there.
Yes.
Ready to watch a heck of a final game.
Yeah, and I want to encourage everybody to be there for that. Let's support this team and what these guys have accomplished, and be there for them. Help them get themselves over the finish line next week and move on one more time. So big thanks to everybody. We always have so much fun doing this every year, and I appreciate you and always enjoy it. And hopefully we see everybody again next year.
It's been a enjoyable year alongside of you, Coach, and the team, and I appreciate the opportunity. And let's go get them. Let's go get them next week.
Yes, go Hornets.
Go Hornets.